Not the Instagram version, not the everyone is beautiful version. The real one. The real one that decides who gets listened to, who gets forgiven, and who gets opportunities without asking. And before you get defensive, this isn't an attack. This is an explanation. Because pretty privilege isn't about vanity. It's about power. It's about being pleasant enough for people to project good things onto you. People assume you're kinder, you're smarter, you're trustworthy, more capable. You don't have to prove these things. They assume them. The scary part, most people doing this, they didn't even realize they're doing that. And you are one of them. Okay, before you come up and start commenting, oh, this is because of social medias, influencers, celebrities. No, this didn't start with social media. In ancient society, beauty was linked to dignity. If you were beautiful enough, you were favored by the gods. In royal courts, appearance decided marriages, alliances, even survival. Beauty meant value. Value meant protection. Later, during colonial times, beauty became political. Eurocentric features were called civilized, rest of them inferior. When people say looks shouldn't matter, they are ignoring the centuries of conditioning. Pretty privilege is an inherited psychology. Now, we live in a time when people say everyone is equal, beauty is subjective, confidence matters most, and you should see the inner beauty, not the outer. But watch how the world actually behaves. Who gets hired faster? Who gets viral faster? Who is forgiven faster? Imagine there are two types of people in front of you. One you think is ugly and one you think is pretty, beautiful, a goddess. Who are you going to in any scenario? Society denies it because admitting it would mean admitting the system is unfair. And people hate that conversation. I realized pretty privilege wasn't real. The first time I noticed how differently I was treated without changing anything about myself. Same personality, same intelligence, same values. Suddenly, people listened. Suddenly, I was approachable. Suddenly, my silence was interpreted as confidence, not awkwardness. And when it hit me, it was never about growth alone. It was about perception. And that hurts, especially when you remember how invisible you once felt. When you're attractive, you're confident, you're mysterious, you're bold. When you're not, you're arrogant, you're awkward, you're trying to hurt, you're an attention seeker. Same behavior, different interpretation. Pretty privilege doesn't change who you are. It just changes how people read you around. This topic makes people uncomfortable for two reasons. People who benefit from it doesn't want to feel guilty, and people who doesn't benefit from it doesn't want to feel powerless. So instead of talking about it honestly, we pretend it doesn't exist. But ignoring power doesn't mean it disappears. A shortcut. Being pretty is not a shortcut. It doesn't replace a talent, but it opens doors before talent even speak. And once you're inside the room, your mistakes are forgiven more easily. That's the truth nobody admit. The problem isn't pretty privilege existing. The problem is pretending it doesn't. Because when we deny it, we gaslight people who have experienced exclusion, and we shame people for acknowledging it. We stop honest conversations about fairness. Pretty privilege doesn't make you superior. It makes the system biased. And recognizing it doesn't make you shallow. It makes you aware. The real power is not pretending it doesn't exist, but understanding how the world actually works, because once you see it, you stop blaming yourself.